Hello folks, welcome back to Scottishvapes. Today is going to be a bit of a long one. It's going to be a double review. I'm not going to bother with a quick look on the RX300, I've waited long enough. We're going to do the full review for this just now, along with the full review for the Reux tank. So yeah, wee little bit of updates before we begin. I've pre-ordered the iDrive V12, which is iDrive's answer to the TF V12, which I haven't yet, but hopefully soon. I'm going to wait till it comes out and then I'm watch a couple of reviews, see what people think of it. Because as I said, I only really buy stuff that I kind of want personally, so yeah. So yeah, without further ado, let's get involved, shall we? Okay folks, so here we are. I have both boxes here, one for the RX 300 right here. Oh god, my flash is on. We'll get into this a bit later. Right now, here is the Reux tank packaging. So as you can see, it's got the Reux tank here, Reux Wismec, Wismec on the side, Reux on the side, Wismec's website, and Reux once again. Now, this does come in two configurations. You've got your standard here and your advanced. As you can see, I have the standard because for where I bought it, it didn't give me a chance to choose between both of them. So, but I will try and get the RTA deck for this tank a little later on. So as you can see, you got scratch and sniff, Wismec on the bottom, lets you know what you get in each configuration. But the one I have here, as you can see, I have the RX triple coil head, 1.5 ohm, a ceramic coil head, which I have right here. A couple of O-rings, 2 screws, a mouthpiece adapter, and a user manual. So without further ado, so this is where your tank would be sitting. This is your little box of extras. Just pull out here first. And then here's where your ceramic coil would be as well. Spoiler alert, I've already taken it out. So here is your little bag of goodies. As you can see, your O-rings, your 2 post screws here, and your little, this is like a 510 adapter as well, but you can also use it as a little mouthpiece as well. And inside also will be this coil head right here, which as you can see I have used a little bit, not too long, which I'll get into a little about that reasoning why later. I'll tell you the reason why I haven't been using it for a while in just a second. Put this inside. I would take this out, and at the bottom you have your user manual, which is full of pictures and instructions, lets you know how to fill it, take it apart, change the decks. So I did get instructions on how to change something I don't already have, which kind of sucks. But so yeah, pretty nice packaging for what you get. Nice and slick. That can go right here. Okay, so here's the tank itself. Okay, so starting from the top, you have this big whiteboard chuff cap thing. Excuse me, drip tip. It's more of a sleeve, held on by 3 O-rings, as you can see. At the top there it does say Reux and Wismec. You twist this off using the knurling, which I find is quite good. And you've got your 2 top fill portholes. You can see right down into the coil itself. Do not fill down the center, fill through the sides. It does hold 6 mils of juice. What the hell's going on outside? I'm hearing noises outside. Pyrex glass, primarily made out of this whole thing's made out of stainless steel. You've got your 2 gold-plated post screws here on the deck, designed in California. It's got adjustable airflow as well. It's nice restrictiveness. It will stop as well, it doesn't go all the way around. And what you do on one side will be replicated on the other side as well. To open the tank up, you just twist from the bottom. And there is the triple coil head. Oh god, I've got juice on me already. I hate juice. Well, I love it, but I hate getting it on my hands. It's just annoying, goes in, it just goes everywhere. Does not cease. So yeah, so here's your coil. It's a triple coil head, 0.15 is the resistance, and there is what you can run it at, and loads of juice just came out. So yeah, 60 to 160 watts is the recommended vaping range of this tank, and now I just need to find where the juice went. I'm sticking this back in before any more comes out. So yeah, that is the tank portion of this done. I've not really experienced any issues with this. The only issue I have had is with that ceramic coil, which I'll get back into when I get back up to FaceTime. Now, onto the mod. Actually, no, not yet. Packaging for the RX 300. So here's the box for the RX 300. Apologies for the flash, for the glare. So here's the front. So Wismec RX 300, Wismec, picture of it here. RX 300, the website again. RX 300. So it's yeah, same thing there. I'll have Wismec there. This will not be on every box. I should say this. It just came because of where I got it. On the back here, it tells you exactly what you're going to get. It tells you what color you're going to get, and does give you some specs on what it can do. You've got a scratch and sniff down here, so you will get one RX 300 without any batteries, a USB cable, 2 stickers, which I'll show you, a user manual, and a warning card. So let's get into the box. You get nice foam on the inside here. So this is where your mod would be. Pull this all out, and here you will get a USB cable, which I do believe supports 2 amp charging. For your firmware updates, I say only. And here you get your user manual, which is in multiple languages, and got pictures and shit and all that good stuff. And at the very bottom of all this, you will get 2 of the you get a warning card as well. Make sure your batteries do not have torn casings. And at the bottom, you will get this. Is it black? Yeah, black leather stickers to stick on your mod if the carbon fibre you feel is starting to peel off or just doesn't look good anymore. So once you've got all that and you have your batteries, you're ready to go on with setting up your RX 300 for use, guys. Just fucking get in. This is the most irritating part of all this, doing this, but I like to do it, so I'm going to do it. Right. And now to the RX 300 itself. So you got an 0.96 inch OLED screen, your minus and plus buttons, your fire button, your USB charging is here, and your battery compartment is here. Now on the bottom it will say Wismec Reux RX 300, designed by Jabo, manufactured by Wismec. Go into the menu system here, the screen here. If it does flicker, it doesn't flicker on purpose. So you will have your power, what mode you're in, your wattage, your volts, ohms, puff counter, and your amperage, and all 4 battery cells are displayed. Now to get into the menu system, click it 3 times, and you'll see power is fluctuating. You push the plus button, you'll go into temperature, stainless steel, your memory modes, and back to power. Now if we go back into TC mode and push the minus button, we can then change it to what is that? Oh, it's nickel, titanium, back to stainless steel. So I'm going to click this, and here's where you can change your wattage. And it's a very lucky resistance. Your puff counter can be changed. And this is where you change your wattage as well. So once you're going to click, once your wattage starts flashing, push the plus button, and it will change all the wattage. It will give you all 300 if you wish. So if I scroll all the way through this up to 300 watts. So once you're fine with what you've selected, push the power button and you're ready to roll in temperature control mode. Obviously we don't have an atomizer on there. And if we do it again, we just change this and you go into memory mode if you like, but we're going to stick to power. Now I think it's to lock the resistance. Or is it stealth? Yeah, you can change the logo if you want this on or off. If you push the if you push the plus and the fire button. To push the plus and the fire button and the minus button, use them all over the place today. I think it's stealth. Yep, stealth is on. Take it off again. Push it back on again. It will come back. If you push both plus and minus button together, you will get a key lock. So it will still fire, but it won't let you change the wattage. To unlock it, you just do the same thing again. Key unlock. And that will change your wattage and things like that. Now to turn the device off, you just do 5 clicks. I have 5 clicks to turn it back on. And as you can see here, it's a nice, I think it's a gold-plated, spring-loaded 510 connection. Good throw on the threads. It is completely flush with the mod. Maybe just a slight hair protruding. And if we take the Reux, which is a 25, I believe, a 25mm. Yeah, you do not get any overhang, but I'd say you have another millimetre or two. So I think this would fit 28mm tanks, if that. If we just unscrew this just now, set that down, I will show you now the battery compartment. So here's your battery door. You get this tab, push in, and the door is spring loaded. And you have all your batteries in orientation. It will take 4. So if you just take those out just now. And if you have a look inside, you will see positive, negative, positive, negative. It's marked clearly at the bottom as well. And if you look at the battery door itself, plus, plus, negative, negative, plus, negative. So you just put your batteries in the orientation they are designed to be put into. So what's this one? Plus. And then the... Oh, no, wrong one. See that? Always take your time when doing your batteries. Luckily for me, this does have all the usual protections that a regulated mod has. You have ventilation here, and on the bottom, one for each battery. So, with that done, stick the Reux back on there. Doesn't she look sexy? It's got us a brushed aluminium, or is it zinc alloy? One of the two. Finish on here, and I must say it does look really nice. But to get some comparisons, so here's the RX 300 next to the RX 200. As you can see, roughly the same height, if not, if this is just a little bit taller. So yeah, this is also going to be a little bit wider. This does take 4 cells, so if I was to stick that on like that, you can see just how much wider that really is. And the direct comparison, because there's another quad mod, is the iDrive Max, which as you can see is just a lot taller. Actually, not a little bit, it's just a lot taller. And if we put the RX on top of this, you'll see it's slightly long, but wider, however you want to call it. So yeah, both will do over 300 watts. Well, let's just do 300. This will do 315. I prefer the RX's battery door to this one. This just gets a little bit fidgety after a while, plus I've had it open on me whilst I've had batteries in there. So, but without further ado, let's get back up top, FaceTime, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. And that was the Reux tank with the RX 300. So I will start with the tank. Now, when I was using the ceramic coil when I first got this, to get comfortable. Oh, right up close there to the camera, didn't I? Hello. Yeah. So when I first got this, I was using the ceramic coil, and I don't know, I didn't quite get it. I let it sit for 5 minutes. I put liquid down it to saturate it, or if you can saturate it a little bit first, as you would any other coil. And I don't know, I just kept getting this funny taste off of it. I just didn't get on with the ceramic coil, which was kind of disappointing because it is the first ceramic coil I've ever used, and I was kind of looking forward to it. But in the end, I stuck with the Reux triple coil that they give you as well, and that's worked a treat. I've had no burnt hits, I've had no leaking, I've had nothing wrong with it really. Great taste, everything, just from what you'd really expect from a tank really. The airflow's massive, the airflow's great, you get really good clouds, as I will now show you. So yeah, you will get good clouds off of this. I'm running this currently at 100 watts, as you've seen. The mod reading this is at 0.18, so it's not far off. So it reads it really well. The drip tip's very comfortable. It's very sturdy, doesn't go anywhere. It's easy to take apart and clean if you need to. What I didn't see in the packaging was a spare glass, which is a bit of a disappointment. A spare glass is now common nowadays. It's almost like it's a given. Whenever you get a tank, you get a spare glass. So that's going to be a con for me. The other con will be the ceramic coil, I guess. Being the fact that I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if it's I'm doing something wrong with it, but I'm going to give it a con regardless. Because it did taste kind of funny to me. Whether that's just because it's the ceramic that's doing that or not. I just don't like it. And I don't like where my camera is sitting right now, so I'm just going to lower it down a bit. There we go, that's better. You can see a bit of me now. Yeah, so that coil just isn't, I wouldn't say that's kind of good for me. I wasn't running it too high, I was running about 70 watts, which was within its range. I think its range was about 60 to, 40 to 80 watts, so it was running around the max sort of area. And I still wasn't really getting that great a hit off of it. The pros on the tank, is you get great taste, it's great flavour, it's great, it's well put together, it looks nice. I like how Jabo's signature in the coil is actually the wicking part, as opposed to just having your ordinary feed slots. The tank I got was from a website where I'm not supposed to actually get this from, so I'll put a different link in the description. I think it's in the region of like £20 to £30 or something like that for it. The mod, what can you say more about the mod? The RX300 is brilliant. I've had no faults with this whatsoever. It looks fantastic, it vapes fantastic, it's just an all-round fantastic mod. I think the only real slight issue I would really have with it is just the sheer size. If you've got small hands, this isn't going to be for you. I mean, I like a big mod. Most of my mods are fairly large, and it's just because it feels comfortable in my hand. I have big hands. And for me, it was just a perfect fit. I had the RX200. I stood by that mod for ages. It's reliable. I know how people have had issues with their 510s. I've had none, so I'm not really going to comment on that. The 510 on this seems perfect. Fits, have a good strong connection with every single thing I've screwed down to it, including the Merlin, which you would have seen in previous videos. So yeah, I really do enjoy this mod. I think the only con I've got is the size and this button. Same sort of thing happened when I had the RDTA box, you just that little slight noise to it, which is a bit annoying. I mean, nothing rattles. I don't get any rattling, but what I would say is it's fairly easy to press this by accident. I mean, on most mods, you know what you're going to be pushing when you go to fire it. If this was in your pocket, for example, and you hadn't turned it off, or you hadn't, if you hadn't turned it off, you could quite easily slip this into pushing it to fire. Another con for this would probably be you don't have a lock function. There's no 3 clicks and it's locked completely. The only option is just to turn it off completely and put it on standby essentially, which kind of sucks. But pros, it looks good. I mean, just look at that carbon fibre and stainless steel. It's beautiful. It vapes nice. It's got great battery life. I've had this for about what's it? I think I've had this for about 3 or 4 days now, and the batteries have only just started to go down towards where I have to probably charge them. I don't know what this fires down to, but I did put a build of 0.06 and it did not fire. So I think this only fires down to 0.1 ohms, which is good. But out of the two of them, if you wanted to fire a lower resistance, you would probably be better off with the Maxo, because that can fire down to 0.06. But yeah, great mod. I'd recommend this to anybody. It looks great. It's probably been the best mod I've bought since the RX 200. It's just a brilliant idea. For me though, the only reason I never got the 2.3 or the 200S, especially the 200S. 200S is basically the same as the RX 200, just the screen and buttons were slightly different. And the 2/3, that didn't make any sense to me. I didn't have a need for a dual 18650 mod, nor the need to have the option for a triple when I already had the RX 200. So, but yeah, the RX 200 is definitely worth a buy. I think I got mine for about 70 quid for the carbon fibre version. I think you can get in all black with black leather, so this will be black and this won't have anything on it, this will just be painted black. Other one's black and carbon fibre, so everything you see here but black really. And you get stainless and leather, so this will be leather, and this is painted stainless steel as well. So yeah guys, I will put links in the description below where you can get both the RX 200 and the Reux tank, and I will probably see you on the next video. So till then guys, I'll catch you later.